One night, UFC President Dana White didn't hold back while talking about Floyd Mayweather and his flashy presence on social media. In a recent interview, White criticized Mayweather for showing off a luxury lifestyle that doesn't fully match reality, pointing to the boxer's claims about owning expensive properties and his growing unpaid debts as clear examples. Dana White, fully aware of the massive payday Floyd Mayweather made from his fight with Conor McGregor, didn't hold back. He called Mayweather a reckless spender, saying that anyone with common sense wouldn't run into financial problems after earning that kind of money. Floyd has zero control over his spending. He lives an excessively extravagant life. Who could be that careless and not face money issues constantly? White questioned. White continued by comparing Mayweather to several UFC fighters who never earned anywhere near his level of money, yet still live modestly and manage their finances wisely, growing their wealth through smart investments. He also challenged the idea that Mayweather is a billionaire, claiming he has enough proof to show that isn't true. I can't claim to know all the details of Floyd's finances, but one thing's clear, he's not a billionaire. And if that's the case, there's no excuse for living so recklessly, White said, adding that a large part of Mayweather's supposed wealth is tied up in unnecessary jewelry. To support his argument, White pointed to a past interview where Mayweather claimed he earns $300 million a month, calling it unrealistic. He claimed he makes $30 million every month. Only the naive would buy that story. His reputation is full of lies, which is why shops in every city call him out over unpaid debts, White added. Supporting White's comments, one fan said, "Mayweather is the ultimate gambler, always flaunting his victories, but never revealing his losses. He's never shown real respect for money, and his repeated comebacks seem more about chasing cash than passion." Even 50 Cent has called out Floyd's poor financial decisions before. Another fan agreed, reinforcing White's point. Sure, Floyd may have some successful businesses, but they are likely outweighed by poor investments and reckless spending. There's no way he's earning $300 million a month. A third fan also criticized Floyd, saying he doesn't understand finances at all. As long as he can buy flashy items and bet on both sides just to claim a win, he seems to lack control over his money. Not saying he isn't rich, but he literally can't even count to 300. Meanwhile, another fan gave a more balanced view of Mayweather's wealth. He might technically be a billionaire, but most of it isn't liquid. He reportedly invested around $300 million into real estate, which doesn't provide quick cash when needed, man. One example supporting Dana White's criticism came when Mayweather posted his tax payments online, claiming he paid $18 million to the IRS. The move quickly backfired. Some people pointed out the check looked suspicious, missing details like a routing number, while others said it reflected his inflated ego. This came shortly after he reportedly spent over $1.1 million on Super Bowl tickets. The former boxing champion even planned to bring a large group of guests to Allegiant Stadium for the big game. Mayweather wasn't planning to miss the event. According to World Boxing News, he was offered a VIP pass to attend the Super Bowl alone, but he had bigger plans. He wanted to bring a full entourage, Spending heavily, he booked his own suite without relying on special treatment. I don't kiss anyone's feet and I never beg for anything, especially not a Super Bowl suite. Mayweather said, "I don't mind accepting invites sometimes, but the one paying calls the shots. That's why I get my own seats, my own suites, and can invite whoever I want. I'm blessed to be bringing 34 people to experience the first Super Bowl." In Las Vegas, the total cost reportedly reached $1.1 million. Unfortunately, his hometown team Detroit didn't make it to the game, missing out by one match. Adding more attention, Mayweather also spoke about his taxes. Right before spending that $1.1 million on the Super Bowl, I had to hand over $18 million to the IRS. Uncle Sam, that's what I owed while retired. Just imagine what it was like when I was still fighting. Since retiring in 2015, he has earned over $500 million from boxing and invested in a luxury club in Las Vegas, along with multiple real estate projects. This was meant to counter claims that he is going broke. Still, outspoken rapper and businessman 50 Cent has suggested that Mayweather could be dealing with financial issues or possible tax problems. Some people believe the rapper's claims are just part of his ongoing feud with Mayweather, but there have been several unusual developments around him recently. Forbes once estimated the retired boxer's net worth at around $700 million, and his 2015 fight with Manny Pacquiao reportedly earned him over $200 million. Could Floyd's financial situation really be declining? It seems unlikely, but appearances can sometimes be misleading. From a business point of view, his decision to fight Conor McGregor made sense. However, his announcement of a New Year's Eve fight in Japan against young kickboxing talent Tenshin Nasukawa left many in the boxing world confused. Former friend turned rival 50 Cent, also known as Curtis Jackson, didn't hold back, as he shared his raw thoughts on Instagram about the situation. At the same time, boxing fans flooded Twitter, claiming these moves could mean Floyd Mayweather is heading toward financial trouble. Many expected a comeback at some point, but most thought it would be against a familiar name like Manny Pacquiao. Instead, the announcement of a fight against Tenshin Nasukawa with unclear rules caught everyone off guard. Adding to the concern, Mayweather appeared at the Tokyo press conference looking slightly off and without key members of his usual team, including Leonard Ellerbe, which sparked heavy discussion across boxing YouTube channels. Now, believe Floyd may be going his own way with this decision. At the Tokyo press conference, only the TMT logo was visible in the background. There was no sign of Mayweather Promotions or his longtime broadcaster Showtime. Unlike his usual confident style, where he often talks about his earnings, Mayweather didn't mention anything about his payout for the Nasukawa fight. This raised questions about whether he is stepping away from his usual setup or possibly trying to increase his cash flow quickly. One Twitter user noted that someone who spends $18 million on a watch will always need money coming in fast. Others joined in, sharing their own opinions on the situation. Mayweather's financial position may not be as strong as it appears. Recently, he has seemed eager to arrange fights with different opponents. Even a massive $300 million payday can disappear fast when spending is out of control. Something about these recent moves feels unusual. Is Mayweather simply trying to make the most of his fame while he still can? Or could there be deeper issues with his finances and the IRS? Only time will tell, and 50 Cent will likely continue, sharing his take on Instagram. Legal troubles have also entered the picture, with reports that a creditor has taken action against Mayweather over unpaid debts and breach of contract, including allegations of fraud and financial misconduct. Some court claims even suggest he was involved in questionable operations alongside a close associate. For years, Floyd has been known for two things: his elite boxing skills and his massive wealth. The Money Mayweather era was defined by non-stop spending, luxury yachts, private jets, shopping sprees, and everything in between. Then 50 Cent stepped back into the spotlight after Mayweather began boasting about owning major real estate assets. Following a lavish shopping trip in New York, Mayweather appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where he made bold claims about his property holdings. "I don't know the exact count, but I own somewhere around 100 buildings, maybe more. I'd say 99% of them are in New York City," he said. Mayweather's claims didn't sit well with 50 Cent, who quickly responded on Instagram. "Oh my god, if it's safe to say, I should say, LOL, Champ is the richest special student, LMAO." He continued with another post saying, "Oh damn, wait, I think Champ actually believes he owns those buildings. They're taking him for everything. He says he doesn't even know what he owns. Somebody tell Champ he just publicly admitted he lives in New York. They'll come and take 58% of any income he has." To push his point further, 50 Cent shared an edited image of Mayweather as Pinocchio, suggesting his money claims were not truthful. What once looked like a strong friendship had clearly turned into a long-running feud. There's no way he owns over 100 buildings and 99% in New York. LOL. That's Cap Champ. We should slap the hell out of you. Laugh my head off, Adri. GLG. Greenlight Gang, let's work. 50 Cent wrote in another post. The two have a long history, and their rivalry has played out publicly many times. At first, this seemed like just another back and forth, but sports journalist Rick Glazer added more fuel to the discussion by suggesting there might be some truth behind the claims about Mayweather's finances. Meanwhile, Floyd continues to spend heavily on luxury items like watches, cars, jewelry, and private jets. In March 2025, Business Insider reported that public property records in New York City showed no confirmed transfers linked to Mayweather. The New York City Housing Partnership also stated they had no record of such deals. While nothing has been fully confirmed, this added to the speculation that Mayweather could be facing financial pressure. As more details come out, the situation may become clearer. For now, the big question remains, is Money Mayweather actually running low on cash? Shifting focus, Amir Khan also criticized him for promoting controversy and benefiting from it. Mayweather has been a vocal supporter of Israel, making multiple visits, donating money and supplies, and meeting with leaders and military officials. He also received the Champion for Israel award from Aish HaTorah for his efforts against hate. However, his stance has also brought criticism. In December, reports claimed he was confronted by a group in London over his support for Israel. Witnesses told New York Post that someone questioned him while he was shopping, and Mayweather responded that he proudly supports the Jewish community. Observers described the situation as targeted. This incident came shortly after Mayweather introduced the Mayweather Israel Initiative, a charity aimed at helping Israeli orphans. In a recent interview with Poker Firma, Amir Khan criticized Mayweather's constant need to show off his wealth. He described the situation as unfortunate, but admitted there was some irony in how things were playing out. The thing is, look at how arrogant he's been, Khan said. He's constantly flaunting cash, claiming nobody else can throw money around like him. But out there, so many people are living in poverty. If he's tossing stacks at strip clubs, it just doesn't make sense. He added that truly wealthy individuals usually balance spending with smart investing. Floyd, however, continues to show off his riches in a way that makes others feel small. And according to Khan, karma seems to keep catching up with him. Khan also claimed that Mayweather may be financially benefiting from his pro-Israel position. He explained that he himself has been offered money for publicly supporting Israel, giving him insight into how such endorsements can be profitable. That's all for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, highlights, and major events, stay connected by subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you don't miss upcoming content.